G'day from WA. Hi, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm looking at doing another page in my Almost Halloween journal, which I started with the zebras the other day. And I did say I wanted to do something with flowers. You couldn't get much more colourful than this one. Started with this. This image has been in my basket for, I'm thinking 9 months, possibly 12 months. I want to use it, because I never use it for any of my other projects, and this journal is all about using up the images I have in my basket and pushing myself to do something different, just trying different things. I just found these in this book, which is a gorgeous book. It's very shiny. It's not really suitable for cameras, but it's just full of gorgeous images. It's only like a diary, but there's all these beautiful colourful images, and even just using the borders. So I've marked some pages. I might use some of the borders, although after I marked the borders I found these 2 pages, so I don't know if I'll need the borders as well. So I think we'll just start tearing this up and placing some of the pieces down. I thought for this one being quite colourful and dramatic, I would put it at the front at the beginning, so let's hope it works out. Otherwise oh well, never mind. Because I won't be trimming the edges, I'm going to just use those corner pieces on there to sort of have like a nice straight edge. So I need a corner piece and get them different sort of shapes. It's not all the same. And then maybe I will use some other more neutral pieces. Probably put some music under there and get more music if it's not really big enough. I might want to make this one a bit smaller. I like that gold part. Maybe this one. Maybe this big one up here, maybe. Well, we could have just some of this text there, but it's kind of like not quite what I want. Maybe another piece of this and go down here. Alright, I think that's done. So I'm still using the Liquitex matte gel. Oh, yeah, it's almost done. We'll use it up today. So let's start from this corner, because that's the one we have to have the straight edges on, and work our way this way. Just putting it there in case it's not covered. And this one's going in the corner. I think we'll use the matte medium because of the glossy paper. It's going to be nearly finished, this matte medium. A lot more liquid, this one, the gel, the Holcroft. Oh, I don't really need very much of this. Just going to put some over there and cut it off. Okay. Oh, goes on a bit easier. Maybe that was a bit dried up. This is going on much smoother and easier. I don't have to work it so hard. So very nice to have a new jar. Okay, and I think German. Where's the German paper gone? Here, one more piece. Should we have some more of the coloured? Okay, I think we've tried that. It took a bit longer, but this new gel medium is a bit wetter than the other one, but it could be that the other one just sort of dried out a bit and I hadn't realised. So, yeah, so I put these extra pieces on because even though I started off with it at the top, I may end up with it, you know, away from the edge, so I wanted to make sure I had some. So I just covered the whole thing just so in case I move it. I mean, who knows, could even have it on that side, but I don't think so, but we'll so at least I can move it around now with the background. But anyway, we will go ahead with gesso, I think. I might try the new gesso. Let's use what's on the lid here. Let's move that out of the way. All right, so I'm just going to start off with some of the edges, just to sort of blend those in before I add extra, to sort of try and not make it so delineated. Although, well, I've been wanting to try this technique where you actually draw the lines of your collaging, but my collaging isn't that style. I'm going to have to do it a bit differently to do that, where you actually use the black pencil on the collage, on the background. Just use this lid to mix some tiny amount of water and gesso just to turn it back into that whitewash, which so I don't want to lose the colours, so I'll just practice up here because this part's probably going to be covered up, and see how much, yeah, a little bit more maybe, because we don't want the background to take over the images. I want it a bit thicker on this writing here. This book page wasn't very nice. Okay, and then what I do is I usually get a wet wipe so that it's not just a whitewash everywhere, and just take some patches of colour off, patches of white off, so that we get some of the colour back. So it's not white, it's not the same amount of whiteness everywhere. Yep, some colours will, I'd like to keep some of the red. Oh, I wasn't recording. Before I dry it, I'll just show you that I used this Liquitex acrylic ink and stenciled. I had to dab quite carefully because it sometimes didn't work very well, but because I put gesso underneath, I was able to wipe it off if it didn't work. So but I just wanted some gold. That one worked, that part there worked the best. I think that was where I shook it up the most, but it is all there and it is all shiny. So just a bit down here, and I can always re-gesso it if I think there's too much. Okay, I'll be back after I've dried it. So I've kind of cut the rows out where I think I might use. I took off a few bits and bobs that were sticking out too far, so I don't need those parts. It'll probably come down something like that, and then it's a case of, there's only two of them. Kind of really maybe only wanted 2 roses. I don't think I like that leaf, so I'm going to fussy cut, leave those 2 on for now, fussy cut the white, that part out, back in a moment. Do you know, I actually think it is better over this side, because over this side it means that you've got that, I don't know, and I don't know, the rose doesn't seem to fit properly, but I'm thinking that that goes better on this side of the page, and that goes better on this side. So glad I collaged the whole thing. Yeah, I kind of like that, the way that looks, as opposed to that. That really doesn't work at all, does it? This works much better. Glad I noticed that. Sort of maybe try to bring the rows over a little bit to connect them. Or we either connect them or we just keep them very separate. Well, actually, I don't mind that. And the sentiment is, so that was the sentiment. No one of them had difference, being like everyone else. I could cut the, actually I could just cut the words out. If we say that they're going on here somewhere, we'll cut them all individually out and make a new saying. They're my sort of normal images, if this was just a normal art journal page. So I had this in the basket. I think I might have got it in a, not Happy Mail, but I ordered some pages from Etsy when I didn't have any of my own vintage pages. But on the back is this. Now I'm thinking those faces, sort of gruesome faces, I'm thinking it's gonna, I've got grubby hands, I'm thinking that face and that face, and maybe those two, and maybe that one. Those faces I'm going to fussy cut out and maybe put them on the page. So that's the kind of general idea. I'm sure I saw some gargoyle faces in this book. Oh, quite like that butterfly too. To bring in some blue. Just press pause for a minute while I find these gargoyle guys. Yeah, so they were in this book here. Those two guys are stickers. Okay, I've got those ones cut out. I like the gargoyles, I think they're great. I'd love to have another one that's a bit stronger. I just need one more strong looking face, but these came out of this one and I don't think there's any more. Kind of need a small face to go in that smaller rose. Humanish. Oh, there's these gargoyles. Well, not really gargoyles, but that one maybe goes with these guys. I'll leave them to be kind of brown. I'll cut them out and then I can keep all these little guys if I don't use them, you know, in an envelope, so that I use them. Oh, that's a good one. But no, not for this. Those there. I'll cut him out. Oh, we needed another one there. That's the one that goes there. We do need a little one here. Put the impish one there, the bigger one there. Yep, and then maybe that little one there. And then if we're going to have so many, I don't think we need those in the background then. Sort of needed something in that middle area. So unless we can put a rose back, which we took off. That one has a face. Well, a place that we could put a face. Have we got any more faces left? I think we used them all. There was two of those gargoyle cats, wasn't there? That one there. Cut him out. Oh, that one. That one maybe. I just like to go around. I'm using brown instead of black because of the vintage kind of feel. It's not really doing anything, but that doesn't matter. Just make sure there's no white. I'll be going around the edges of it anyway with probably a brown watercolor pencil, I'm thinking. Done the flower. I've done their faces, so it might go around these. Could do it with ink, but I like doing it with the texture and getting the neat line. I've glued everything down, and I used art glitter glue to glue it down, and now I'm just lightly going over with the gel medium to take away the shine. The other one I did with the clear gesso, so I'm going to do this one with the new gel medium and see if I like that better. This one might be a little bit shinier, so we'll see if I like it. I'll try to, I've got to keep going in different directions to try to get rid of the lines. Everything's sealed. Dry that, and then I will do some colouring. I think I'm going around the outside of things with a gold pen. I will try the words first, because I can always go over that pretty easily with a black if I don't like the gold. I already don't think I do, so that's easily decided. So I'm going to use, I think, a watercolour pencil. Which colour? 176 around the words. That will give me a chance to see if I like it or not. Just going to, yeah, the gel medium's not as easy to no, the gel medium's not as easy to colour on, so we might have to go over it with the gesso. The clear gesso. That's what I did last time. So that's answered that question. If I'd finished there, the gel medium would have been just fine. Yeah, but the gesso's going to be what we need to allow it to take more stuff. Gel medium has a bit more of a resist. Same thing. Just start up here and move across the page. It looks milky to start with, but it dries clear and just gives us a bit of tooth. That's all nice and dry. I prefer the clear gesso. There's no shine and there's no brush stroke, so I really do like that clear gesso. I think I'll just start with the obvious things. I'm going to go around the numbers, the names. Oh yeah, see, it works much better already. I'm trying not to be too, I'd like to be messy, not neat. because there's quite a lot of neatness already. So just to sort of rough it up a bit. We'll see. I like it. Hopefully I do. I'm not used to doing things messy like this, but we'll see. Let's see if we like that. Let's put some little bit of water on it. I prefer using the little brushes. You can use the water brush where you squeeze the water out, but I like these little brushes because I can then decide how much water I have more easily. Okay, so it's okay, not super keen. All right, let's get some bit sharper. I might prefer the black, but see, I think those graphite pencils are better than the watercolor pencils. Doing this just helps to cement it to the page. I'm going to wet that, see how that's going. Yeah, okay. Whether to do the same with the brown and the flowers. Right, let's do the butterfly and then we'll decide about the flower. I really want the wings, the antenna, or not. I'll wipe it off if I don't like it. I'm not sure. This is my, experimental journal. Have some fun. It doesn't matter. It's only for me. Well, and for you guys to watch. You can love it or hate it. Everyone's prerogative. Because I don't even like this image. I like it because it's dramatic or it's strong, and it's kind of like this side seems to be pretty and this side not so much. And I find that what's the word, like triggering or challenging. Like I want this one to be as pretty as this one, so I want them to be the same. But the message is no one ever made a difference by being like everyone else. So if they were identical, I'm not that, nothing wrong with identical twins or anything, but it's kind of like about individuality. Theoretically there's no real difference between these two, but to me there is. I don't know, I find the picture to be strange. Okay, let's wet this one. See if we like I do prefer the grey shadow, I have to say, to the brown. So I'm just going to lighten it up a little bit so it's not like a muddy brown line. I just want it to be like a shadow. So maybe grey would have been better. And I'm not sure if I like the antenna. So I'll wet it and then dab it. And some of it will go away. Just a kind of like a hint of them. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I mean I've washed most of it away, so you can't really even see it now. So yeah, not fussed as much over the brown. It's got some brown, but we'll add the black to it. Maybe just a bit of 6. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, I think that'll be better. That'll be better. I don't really want it on that. Should just wash off. Yep. Just change it to sort of instead of being brown, it's almost like a dark brown. Very dark brown. I don't really like this colour that I put on it, so we'll change it. Ah, yes, I like that better. I'm going to get rid of some of this brown by adding the black. It'll still have brown there, but the brown will then just become like a shadow. The black will be the colour, hopefully. I'm glad I kept a little bit of light colour around the pictures, around the words. I'll just leave that for the moment. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this one because I want to see what it looks like, and because it's a picture, it won't, whatever I do, it won't look too bad, because it'll just look like a shadow of the frame. So I'm trying to be a little bit more daring, a little bit bolder with the shading, because that was the whole plan for this journal, was I wanted sort of a stronger, bolder outlines and things, just trying something. Okay, I'm going to go with the, what's that, 6B around the butterfly. I'll just leave those antennas as light, I think. I don't mind them being light brown. I like this part. It's fun. Because, you know, you've got the outline and just go around it. It's colouring in, but easy. I like it. And I think it looks better with the shading. Yeah, that's better. And now the flowers. So I'll go all around the flower and I'll come back. Okay, so what I've done is I've done this half, and well, the outside of it, I've missed those little bits, but I've done that side of it and activated it. And so you can see the difference between this one. This one just has the outline in the Sharpie. So I think you can see that this one I prefer. So I'm going to go around the rest of it. So I've just done most of it, but I thought you might like to see the rest. So some of it I add, some of it I take away. So now I've got to decide what to do about the faces. I'd like to cement them into the flower a bit better. Now I don't know whether I should do it with the red. Just trying to, well, at least the colour matches nicely. Just trying to make it sort of so it's part of the flower, not just stuck on. Highlight his red mouth a bit, I think. See if we can give him some red eyes. Don't think you'll see it on the camera, but I can see it. So let's see if we can pick that up. Yeah, it's going to need activating. It's a little bit like a outline. Wash around it. Maybe that'll just sort of give it a bit of a red shade. Let's just see how that dries. Yeah, I wonder if I should tint him reddish. And maybe in the background a bit. Oh, okay, I'll pause again. All right, so there we're up. That's what we're up to. We haven't done a border yet. I would have liked to introduce some more gold. So we're nearly done, but I like the gold up here. Just go over the gold and just play around a bit, adding some doodles back in from the background. Yeah, why not? Just a bit of fun, a bit of colouring in. Could use a bit of gold paint or something, but it's It's probably easier with the gel pen. So how does that look? Oh yeah. Don't mind that. I wonder whether they'd like some gold horns. Why not? Yeah, he doesn't mind having gold horns. All right, some gold up here. And up here. Just bringing back the gold that was already there. Makes it very easy doodling. Sort of like some more in here. So I'll have to make some up. Just very loosely. I'm not trying to be perfect with it because I just want it to be kind of messy. Oh, the edge. We just need something around the edge. Blue might be nice. What have I got in blue? Oh, I've got some pastels somewhere. Just one moment. So what I've got is these that I found at a op shop. I didn't know what they were, but they're kind of like a bit like crayons, but they're supposed to be fabric dye sticks. So maybe that dark blue. We'll test it out, of course, first. These, what are these? Like crayons? Reeves dark ultramarine. You'll try that one. And I've got these from decades ago. Absolutely, I bought these in the 1980s. Don't even know what they look like. Okay. Oh, I do have some brown. Oh, that's a good idea. It's just that little one. So I believe there's some charcoal stick, like proper charcoal sticks in here. Woohoo! Okay, I can play around with those one day. Oh, haven't done anything with these for decades. I'll just keep them in the drawer. Let's test them out on here. Nowhere near the book. Okay, let's just. Okay, bit light maybe. That's pretty much the same colour. Not as dark as they look. That might be the right colour. Sort of. I don't like that one so much. Either of those would be fine. Let's have a look. The blue. It's not really the right blue, is it? It's just sort of a little bit of this around the edge. Smudge. Oh yeah, not too bad. I think I do have some Crayola in there as well, somewhere. Now this is interesting here. I don't think I want to get it on the book edge, although it's already quite messy. Just a little bit of this blue to give it a border. I'm not big on the big borders. Some people have huge ones coming into the page, but not me. I just a light border. I think it does look better with a border. To bring in that blue, I think, which one did I use? Reeves. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, we're just going to do a little bit around here. Smudge it in. Just to sort of add the blue elsewhere, otherwise it's just like there's no reason for it to be on the edge. So it's just going to be on the borders. Okay, not doing it around the flowers, just a little bit under here maybe. Just on the bottom. All right. Stop, Julie. Stop. It is fun, I have to say. Art journaling is, I love it. Oh, that's even better. Interesting. That's a good thing about having the gesso on the bottom. You can pick it up if you don't like it. Maybe not so much on his face. Yeah, okay. It always looks funny in the camera because it picks up the highlights of the water. Just yeah, I like it. I quite like it like that. It looks a bit like it's sort of blood. Yeah, well, I think, yeah, let's dry that off. Okay, I just thought I'd finished with it, but I went back in with the 4B or something like that and outlined all of the leaves or the petals, and I realized that the reason why it worked was because of this here, because that's the way it's done over here. So now the roses match the flowers in the picture, and I'm really happy with it. I added a bit of detail to this butterfly as well, and I went around their faces, and I haven't activated with water. I don't want to make it sort of go to mud. I just wanted to yeah, the faces are still not as integrated into the flower as I'd like. Not too sure how I would do that, but I'm much happier with it now, and I feel like I've made the roses my own instead of just, you know, sticking down roses from a book that don't look anything like they looked like in the beginning. So I'm happy with it. I really like it. I'm lucky because that's the first one. That's the first page of the book. I forgot that this one was, you know, all the pressure was on to have the first one that you like. So I hope you guys like it. I enjoyed it. I had fun again. No stress again, because I've allowed myself with this journal to, anything goes, and it doesn't matter if I mess up. It's Halloween, and if I make mud, it'll look like Halloween. So yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling again. It's time to go to bed. It's really late. Thank you very much for watching. Good night. See you next time. Bye bye.